growing, and it's spreading to cities and towns literally across America. Blue city and county policies plus soft on crime laws are letting criminals run wild, stealing from businesses, causing the quality of life literally to plummet for law-abiding citizens everywhere. And in addition, anti-Semitic mobs have been wreaking havoc in cities, college campuses, and are facing little to no consequences at all.
Yeah, now here to discuss this is Lieutenant for the Houston Police Department and National Vice President of the Fraternal Order of Police, Joe Gamaldi. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. Lieutenant Gamaldi, I'll start with you. Since the war between Israel and Hamas broke out, we've been seeing a huge rise in anti-Semitism. In New York alone, anti-Semitic hate crimes have grown by 214% in October. Last week, we saw a 69-year-old Jewish man be killed when he was attacked at a pro-Palestine protest. What do you make of the growing rise of anti-Semitic violence in this country?
Well, it's very clear that it's completely out of control. People have lost their minds in regards to this, and they are taking it out on the Jewish people in our communities, and it is completely unacceptable. But why are they doing this? Why do they feel comfortable assaulting people like this and attacking people? Because they've read the writing on the wall. They know there's not going to be any consequences from these far-left DAs that just continue to promote a revolving door criminal justice system. Don't even get me started on the activist judges who let people out over and over and over again. So if people know that there's not going to be any consequences for their actions, of course they're going to go out and assault people and do this. Now, what we should be doing is anybody who commits a heinous hate crime like this, we should be throwing their asses in jail and absolutely seeking the maximum. That'll put a stop to it when people start getting 20 years for committing hate crimes in our community.
Mike, I don't know if you can show that picture again with them kicking in those doors, but I want everyone to understand on the other side of those doors, that's Grand Central Station right there.
Wow.
Those are police officers inside. So this is how bold they've become, how brazen they've become. They're trying to get in at those MTA police officers. It's an absolute disgrace.
Yeah, it is. It's
very upsetting.
Hard to see that. Yeah, it is. Lieutenant Gamaldi, a new study from the Heritage Foundation found murder rates in Democrat-run counties 60% higher than the rate in Republican-led ones. So what do you make of that? What's your response?
Well, it's very clear that these criminal justice issues are local issues. We are seeing rogue DAs continuing to give people a free pass, and that's why we've seen our murder rates absolutely skyrocket in our urban communities. I mean, I don't think people understand just how bad it is. We've had over 20,000 homicides in this country for 2 years running. We haven't seen those numbers since the mid-1990s. We are seeing shops, restaurants, supermarkets shuttering in our urban communities, creating food deserts, financial deserts. There are no more opportunities because we've allowed criminals to run wild. And you know where else we're seeing it? The war on cops in this country, where we've seen over 325 police officers shot already this year. That's a record since we started tracking the data. It's a stain on our country, and it's an embarrassment that we've allowed this to take place.
Thank you, Lieutenant Joe Gamaldi. Lieutenant Steve Rogers, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.